Hello everyone. In this lecture, I am going to talk about the female reproductive system. So, this system divides into three parts. One is external genital organ, which is combinedly called as vulva or pudendum, and I already dealt about this topic previously. So, the link of this video is given in the description box below. You can watch that video. The second one is the internal genital organ, that is the structures which lies within the body, and that consists of vagina, uterus, fallopian tube and ovaries. So this is a topic that I am concerning about here. And the third one is the accessory organ, which contains the breast, the mammary glands, which are responsible for lactation after the childbirth. So here in this lecture, I am going to deal about the internal genital organ, where I will cover the vaginal part here. So in the next parts, I will discuss about the uterus, fallopian tube and the ovaries. So here we will deal about the vagina. So vagina is the internal part that extends from the vulva. So let me draw the figure here. Here is the vagina that extends from the vulva. So here is the vaginal introitus or the opening. Okay, and this opens into the vulval part, yes, in the posterior aspect, because anteriorly there is a urethral opening. So here is the urethra. So this is the vagina part, which is a long cylindrical fibromuscular canal that extends from externally in the vulva, which lies in the posterior aspect, because anteriorly is the urethra, and extends in the uterine cavity. So here is the uterus. So here in the uterus, this lower part is the cervix, and because of the lower portion of the cervical region, the protrusion of cervical region into the vagina, the wall of vagina is unequal. Yes, so here you can see this is the posterior vaginal wall and the anterior vaginal wall. And the tubes. So on the anterior aspect, let me draw the figure completely. Here is the bladder. And posteriorly, there is rectum. And here is the folding of peritoneum, that is pouch of Douglas. So here is the uterus, bladder, urethra, vagina, and rectum, and here is the perineal body. This is also called as obstetrical perineum, and the opening, one is anterior, one is the urethral opening, and the posterior one is the vaginal opening. So here is the vagina, which is a fibromuscular canal. It is about 10 centimeter long, and it lies superiorly and backward, which forms about 45-degree angle in erect position. Okay, so in this erect position you can see it is forming 45-degree angle. So this vagina is mainly concerned about the excretion of menstrual flow outside this root, and it allows the birth of baby. So this is the birth canal through which the fetus passes at the time of labor, and it is the organ for which is responsible for receptacle for penis during sexual intercourse. So this is the main three function of vagina. So here you can see this is the anterior vaginal wall. So there are 4 walls: anterior wall, posterior wall, and 2 lateral walls. So anterior wall is about 7 cm long. Posterior vaginal wall is about 9 cm long, as the part of uterus, the lower part of the uterus project into the vagina. So thereby the posterior vaginal wall is longer comparative to the anterior one. So the 4 walls are there. So in this on cross section we can see the vagina as a H letter shape structure, because the both anterior and posterior wall opposes each other, and the lateral wall is quite stiffer. So thereby it shows H letter shape on cross section. And there are 4 fornices. The fornices are the depressed area between the edges, so between the ridges. So here you can see the lower part of the uterus is project in the vagina, so thereby it is forming cleft over here. So there are altogether 4 clefts: anterior, posterior, and 2 lateral cleft, and this is because of the projection of cervix within the vagina. So thereby the wall, the lining of the vagina and the cervical region forms the cleft, the depressed areas. So the anterior cleft or the fornix is shallow one, and the posterior one is deeper one. Okay. So what are the fornices? Fornices are the cleft or the areas which is formed due to the projection of cervix within the vagina. Now let's talk about its relation. So with this figure you can easily learn the relationship with the organs which are lying nearby to it. So in vagina, and on anterior aspect, anteriorly on lower third region, you can see the urethra is lining, and on the superior or upper region of the anterior aspect there is a base of bladder. Okay, so this is the anterior wall. So anteriorly there is urethra and the base of bladder, and posteriorly you can see on the upper region, posteriorly on upper region there is a pouch of Douglas, that is the fold of peritoneum you can see here, and on middle aspect, in posterior middle aspect there is a wall. This wall is called anterior rectal wall. Okay, and in posterior lower region, there is the perineal body. This is the perineal body or the obstetrical perineum. Perineal body, a triangular shaped structure which separate this vagina from this rectum. So this is the perineal body which lies in the lower region of the posterior aspect of vagina. And on lateral aspect, there are some pelvic cellular tissues which lies within the broad ligament, and they consist of ureter as well as uterine artery. And on the lateral lower aspect, there are the levator ani muscle, bulbocavernosus muscle, bulb of vestibule, and the Bartholin gland. So these are the structures which lies on the anterior, posterior and lateral aspect of vagina. Now let's talk about its wall. So from inner to outer, there are 4 layers. The innermost lining is mucosa, okay, which is formed by stratified squamous lining, that is multiple layer of flat cell, and outer to that is submucosa, which is made up of loose connective tissue. Outer to that is the muscularis muscle layer. Again it is divided into 2. The inner one is circular and the outer one is longitudinal. And the outermost lining of vagina is the adventitia, the serous lining, which is fibrous layer. Okay, so these are the layers in the vagina. Now if we talk about the pH of vagina, then this is acidic in nature. So what happened during puberty, after puberty to the menopausal period, where the woman lies within this reproductive age, the estrogen level remains high. Okay, so this estrogen provoke the bacilli which is present in the vaginal wall, that is Dordal and bacilli, to convert more glycogen into lactic acid through the exfoliated cells. So the bacilli converts the glycogen, it breaks down and make more acid from the lactic acid, and thereby the pH of vagina remain acidic, ranging from 4 to 5. So this is the internal structure vagina, where we have discussed with the vaginal wall, its layer, then the fornices, the relation with the other organs which lies nearby to it, and the pH of vagina. So in next part, we'll be discussing about the uterus, fallopian tube and the ovaries. Thank you.